Guys. All right. Welcome, Books and Chris. It's Books and Bullshit. We've got Alicia.
Hey guys.
We've got Natasha. We've got Carrie. And we have our special guest, Samantha, with us.
Hello.
So everybody, welcome, Samantha.
Hello.
All right. So tonight is going to be a little getaway from all the craziness going on. We're going to choose not to address that, just to give everyone a little reprieve from, the outside world. So we're going to talk books and related bullshit tonight instead of unrelated bullshit. So it's 2021, guys. I remember I was 16 years old and it was New Year's Eve and they were counting down 10, 9, 8, 7. And everybody said the world was going to end in 2000. So I thought we were going to blow up. It hit 1. They hit the countdown to 1 and I had my eyes closed when I opened. I was like, okay, we're still here. We're still here. We didn't die. And it's 2021 now. It's crazy. That's 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's a new world. We're all home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy virus out, but we have this community that reads books and is very welcoming and loving and just kind. And so we're just going to talk. You guys have any topics you want to discuss other than the obvious? Drop it down. Questions. If you guys are excited about the new book club. I know Samantha also has a book club, which she can shout out and talk about also.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to pass it to Alicia. Alicia, take over, boo.
Hey, I am so excited because I have a huge glass of wine, like the biggest glass of wine possible. So I tried to do dry January and it lasted 3 days. 3 days. And I was so proud for those 3 days. And then I couldn't do it anymore because, my kid was off of school and there was a lot of going on. So now I'm back on the wine. But I have this going on. And then I'm doing the Peloton this weekend. If anyone wants to ride 100 miles on their Peloton on the bike that goes nowhere, feel free to DM me.
Bree does that.
I think she does it in the road. I think she goes out in the world.
Okay.
I stay in my house and go nowhere. Whereas I think she actually sees the world around her.
Right.
She risks her life by getting cars and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I just hope for the best.
Right.
So I have that going on, and I set my Goodreads reading goal, which might be ambitious, but I'm going to go with it and hope for the best. I set it for 150.
Hey.
But I think I'm going to be able to do it, so I'm very happy with that. And then that's kind of it. I've read some good stuff so far this year. I mean, I know we're on day 6, but I have read some pretty good stuff that I'm excited to talk to you about. What about you, Natasha? What's going on with you?
A lot. I feel like a lot, but not really a lot. I set my Goodreads goal too. I did set mine at 150 only because I read 140 this year, and I said, well, just push yourself and see if you can get there.
Right.
So I did that. Really excited about the books that I've read so far. I've read 3.5. I did tell myself that I'm not allowed to buy any mystery eBay hauls for the first 3 months of the year.
We'll live vicariously through Samantha.
I'm not.
Yes.
That is not a goal for me.
Yeah.
We'll see. I noticed that Peloton has a treadmill coming out in March. I'm a treadmill girl, not a bike girl.
Really?
They already have a treadmill.
I know, but I mean, my treadmill is not very good. So if Peloton's coming out with a treadmill, I want to know what it is.
They already have one. It's the tread. Yeah, that came out a while ago.
Oh no! When I went on the website,
they're doing a new one. Oh, they're doing a new one.
So I don't know. We'll see. Those things are a little bit pricey.
It's definitely a cult, and I feel bad if I get somebody sucked in. Like I had sucked Christina into the cult of the Peloton, and I like feel a little bit guilty about it.
later.
I feel like a little guilty, but then I don't feel that guilty because like then it's someone else for me to like brag with, so I don't feel that bad.
It's gonna get used. It's gonna get used. Don't feel guilty. I'm dying for it to come.
I know, and like I am super excited because you know I'm like that Peloton junkie, but it is very cult-like. So
yeah, I don't have that kind of cheddar, so I don't know. We'll see.
Look on Facebook Marketplace. I know right now with COVID, Facebook Marketplace, you know, you have to be a little bit careful what you're buying or selling. But I got my bike on Marketplace, and if there's a new tread coming out, they usually give an incentive to people with like the older treads to kind of upgrade. Right. So then people sell their old treads and their old bikes on like Facebook Marketplace. So two of my friends bought theirs on Facebook, like their bikes on Facebook Marketplace when the Bike Plus came out. So yes, and if anyone wants to buy a Peloton, please DM me because I have a referral code, and then I get like something, and then y'all get something. So
that's cool.
Does that work for the tread too?
It should, yeah, it should. I think you get like an accessories package or something, and then I get $100 in Peloton apparel, which I can spend in like 3 minutes. So
right,
because
you can buy one thing
for like $90. The pants are like $90.
They're so comfortable. Oh my god! I don't have them on right now.
$80 for a pair of leggings.
That reminds me of Lululemon.
It is all I wear.
That's a little much.
I don't like how they fit. I don't like how they fit.
You can see through those.
Right.
You can see
which one?
$90 a pair. It's like,
no, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm like, wow, good for them.
I'm gonna pay $80 for somebody to see my ass when I can just go outside and pull my pants down directly and show them. And just, hey, you give me the $80.
Right.
No, I didn't say
I'm
that.
the cheapest person ever. I can't spend that much on a pair of leggings.
No, see, and I have my sweaters that cover my butt up, so it's like I don't need all that hanging out.
I don't go anywhere really, so like I just let it all
Carrie keeps talking about all this butt that she has. Carrie, stand up. Show us your cheeks.
Girl, I've got okay, you don't believe me. I've got booty. I'm not kidding.
My God.
Look at this.
She keeps talking about I got enough butt for him. I got enough butt for this one. White girl got it.
Wait. Yeah, I've got some booty back there. There's butt back there. I don't even know. I'm gonna look back at this and be like, oh my God, that is a lot of butt. But like,
don't ever watch yourself again.
No, it's literally like I just let you know I've got no shame, but like literally there's some butt back there. I like you guys are gonna see me. It's like this and like that.
Jesse,
well, that's how you want it.
Sorry.
Yeah, just be my girl. It's good. Like I'll try. I'm still white girl. Like this, like my dancing skills are not as good as I'd like them to be.
Poor Sarah. I bet Sarah just joined when like Carrie's got like her ass in the air, and Sarah's like,
"What did I roll into?"
Hey, it is all clothes. It's all good. We're all family here.
Sarah loves it.
See, Carrie, just tell us what else you got going on.
Right. Samantha's like, I didn't realize this is what I would be joining, but awesome. Here I am.
Fine.
Okay, so what were we talking about? We're talking about books, right? Book goals. Okay, I'm going to be realistic here. There's 52 weeks in a year. I times that by 2. That's what is it? 104. That's my goal. Because honestly, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to be like, 2 books a week. I could do that. Like at least I could do that. And then if I do anything more, we've sealed the deal there. So I've got 3 littles. So it's a miracle if I could do any more. But yeah, I get my recommendations for people who at least read 100 books. So I get my recs from you guys anyway. So we're good.
Sarah,
oh Lord, Sarah.
Of me? No, it's pretty.
I think Sarah's like, she's home and she's like, woo!
Well, see, here's the thing is that I ran a half marathon and it's still, my booty still stayed there. You think, hey, right. I ended up losing like my top half of my body, but my butt stayed. Like, it was just like, And there was times where I had to do wall sits because it didn't want to do the work it needed to do because I was getting like knee cramps. So it was a whole mess. Like, I'm like, my butt did not want to go anywhere. It didn't want to do anything. It didn't want to even participate. Like, it was out.
It didn't want to participate.
Yeah, it's like, no, I don't want to run. Sorry. You do you, I'll do me type thing. Go. Anyway,
I have nothing, so you can share. I have nothing. So if you want to share, Carrie, go ahead.
No. You go ahead. Like, I don't think I have any more. I think that was all, right? That's all that's just.
Oh, no, I'm talking about sharing your butt and your curves.
Oh, girl. No, I'll save you from that. My 38-year-oldness. I'll save it for a younger generation.
Book goals. So I read 150 books 2020. But I think my like regular book goal is just 100. I feel like that's pretty solid. I read a lot of novellas, so I think that's a pretty reasonable goal.
Right.
I did a ton of goals like for 2020, and I don't think I met a single one of them. Like, I wanted to read classics, and I wanted to make sure I wrote all my review on Goodreads, and it didn't happen. So I'm keeping it simple with 100 books. I also started bullet journaling because of Natasha. Mine isn't as fancy, but I have washi tape and everything, so I feel real fancy. No, it's that.
Oh.
And then that's pretty much it. I want to read more like historical romance and things like that for sure. I feel like I read a lot of the same authors in the year 2020. So maybe new to me authors for sure. And I'm really excited for all of the book clubs. I feel like historical romance is getting so much attention because of Bridgerton, which makes me really happy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you and Jess are doing
book clubs.
You and Jess are doing a book club this month, right?
Yeah, Jess and I have a book club. We're called the Historical Hellions, and we read historical romances published before 2000. So just a bunch of old school historical romances.
And that's great. That's how you find new authors, just by doing that.
Yeah, we
already read the first book. So good.
Oh, you read 9 Club?
I did.
Oh, you already did?
Oh, I read it in 2 days.
You're an overachiever. You're going to make the rest of us look like shit.
I couldn't wait to read that one.
So beautiful. I love this cover.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I would die to find that's like the holy grail, right? Like, it's hard to find that cover.
Oh yeah, this took me months to find, and it was by accident. So Thrift Books does this thing where they'll say it's a mass market paperback, and then they send you a hardcover. So it's kind of like an Easter egg surprise.
Yeah,
so
I got lucky. I found it in a lot.
On the website, it said it was a mass market paperback, which I wanted because I wanted to read it, and I only paid like maybe $3-4, and they ended up sending this cover. But then
that's nice.
But it's a hit or miss because sometimes you'll say hardcover, and I know Lacey, she got one without the dust jacket. It was just the hardcover, which is
that's like a huge fail.
Yeah.
I ordered
well, Samantha, if you need any more washi tape, let me know, because I am in the process of downsizing my craft room, and I still have more washi tape than I absolutely need. I think I've still got about 600 rolls. So
I still don't understand the purpose of the washi tape.
It's pretty. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal. It's just pretty. It makes your paper look. It makes your paper have personality.
But don't you just like throw the paper away?
No, it's your journal.
It's cute.
No, I keep all my planners and journals.
Okay.
You know what?
Alicia's
I am such a minimalist. I don't keep shit. Like, I keep nothing. Like, my husband hates me. Like, I threw away a old box of T-shirts of his when he wasn't paying attention. Oh, and then like 3 years later, he's like, "Where's that T-shirt I got at the 1997 World like National Championship game with this picture on it?" And I have all these memories of it. And I was like, "I don't know."
Natasha, explain the washi tape for Tori.
Tori doesn't know either.
Y'all need to go on Scrapbook and Planner YouTube. It's a whole community.
It is a huge
Who has
community. It's decorative tape. And it really, you use it as an accent, just like you would stickers. You can use it to section off portions of your paper. You guys really need to come over to the planner community because we have.
Gosh, I would be a planner's worst nightmare.
We have planner.
I would be.
We have planner conventions. The last lockdown that I went to, Stephanie Fleming from the Happy Planner came and brought us a whole bunch of free shit.
Did you see that you had a planner convention?
Like BookCon is PlannerCon.
But they all showed up at like 8:59 for the 9 o'clock.
Samantha is all about this right now. She is going to go to the planner convention.
There are different classes. You have some of the big, YouTubers there. These company owners like Stephanie Fleming, Erin Condren, who I do not support anymore, but she was there.
I heard about her. My friend Anna, the one that's like because she loves planning. She's like an OCD personality, like I guess probably you are. She loves that Erin Condren, Conrad, whatever her name is. Her stuff is expensive too. Well, I just got this in the mail. This was supposed to come. I ordered this in.
That's beautiful.
I want to say October. This is Little Inklings design. It was like $43, almost $50.
Oh,
and it was stuck in Niagara Falls for the 15th. It shipped out on the 12th. It was stuck in Niagara Falls since December 15th. I just got it today.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
The postal system is just ridiculous.
Look, it's got stickers, like Bookish stickers. Can you see?
I love it when newbies get excited about the stickers that are included in the planner because you have no clue. The world that exists beyond what comes with your planner, you have no clue. I just want to take you all with me.
I don't even understand like what this planner is. Like,
you can fill out and personalize your planner. Like, you know how people like ASMR videos? I feel like planner videos are very relaxing. Like, it's the type of video you kind of just chill. They doodle and they talk about what they're doing, and it's just, it doesn't have to be extravagant. It's kind of just like a regular planner.
Chris, Justin almost got that one too, by the way. She put it down there.
Oh, Justin, it's really nice. I haven't really, this is my first Bookish planner, so I'm excited.
Yeah, you guys I would drive you guys nuts, honestly. Like my little Post-it notes everywhere and like my ripped off paper here and there. Like,
exactly.
That's how I organize.
That was me. That's why I needed an actual planner. Because I was writing everything in random notebooks.
Right. And like, let's be honest. I'm not going to take the time to put it in my phone. Like, I'm not like the person that's going to be like, oh, like, let me type out like this 6 like sentence thing and put it in my phone. I'm never going to do that. Like, yeah. I do
it in like notes on my phone. Like if I'm reading a book and like I know I'm gonna want something to like go back and reference for the review, I like write my notes in my notes on my phone.
I feel like it's gonna be like
I know that makes Natasha crazy. Like I am Natasha's worst nightmare. I am a minimalist who doesn't own a planner. I am like Natasha's worst nightmare.
Everybody has their own way of scheduling their day and keeping track of it. Just know that whenever you're ready to fall down the rabbit hole,
Natasha will lead us.
You're our girl, Natasha. You are our girl.
So that's how I got to visit my first Half Price Books, is because one of the planner conventions that we went to was in Ohio. So we hit up all 4 Half Price Books while we were there.
So jealous. I don't have Half Price books where I live.
I don't either.
Where are you, Samantha?
No,
I'm in California. I live in California.
You live next to me. We have Book Off, girl.
But you don't have Half Price books?
Book Off.
I've never heard of that, Carrie. And if you don't have Half Price books, I think there's one, but it's like hours and hours away from me.
Okay, well, I'm going to send you, I'll DM you. Yeah, Book Off is like where they do, I mean, you could get historicals for like $1, $2.
I've never heard of that, and I'm ashamed. I feel like
I know, because I know you and me are close. Like, I don't know exactly where, but I know we live close to each other.
Yeah, I think we do.
Samantha, you have a cute little used bookstore. I love the one that you're always going to, the way it's laid out on the, I love that one.
I love it too, but I mean, I kind of cleaned it out.
I know.
Like,
So don't go there.
I know who's there. They know who I am, and it's just like I want fresh new bookstores. But I am really lucky with the book store that I have because all the historical romances are only $1, and then the Harlequins are like 75 cents. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
I'm not gonna lie though, I see Jess go to her 4 stores and I'm so jealous because it feels like it's like right in that radius for her where she can like hit all 4 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's a price book like 1.5 miles from my house. And then there's a used bookstore 0.5 mile from my house.
Right.
I'm like I'm in the zone. So y'all need to move to like Metro Atlanta.
My first PlannerCon was in Atlanta. We went down there.
See, Metro
so
Atlanta.
much fun.
Okay, so did you guys hear that there is a romance convention trying to kick off in March or April? Has anybody heard anything about that? I have not heard. Jess Owens had mentioned this, I think this morning in her little chat, that they were trying, who is it? Izzy had mentioned the actual book convention, but they're trying to kick it off in March, and I don't think it's going to go. But I was like, that's interesting that they're trying to kick one off when vaccine is just coming out. So
I think that would be something good planned for the later half.
Wait, say that again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to overspeak. Jess Owen, she's the one who does like the book community tea videos, right?
Yeah. I absolutely.
I love her. I love her channel.
Right. Yeah. She is so, I mean, I reference her channel every video. I'm like, yeah, the description down below.
Yeah, she does.
She does the work for me. And then I just like re-reference to her every time. But yeah, no, she's bomb. But like, I think Izzy is the one that mentioned the actual book convention that they're trying to get off the ground. I forget which one it was. If anybody knows of it, please put it in the comments.
That would be awesome if they had a romance book convention. I think for maybe the later half of the year. Right,
like September, October, maybe.
Yeah.
But trying to kick it off in March, I think that's a little bit ambitious.
That's too soon for me.
Right.
I need to see how many of these people that have gotten the vaccine turn into zombies before I venture out into the world.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I know I would love the vaccine as soon as I can get it, but I know since I'm younger, like I'm gonna be like 3rd, 4th, 5th round. So
both of my parents have gotten it. Like my dad lives in Florida and he's over 65. So if you live in Florida, apparently, and you're over 65, which is like the entire population of Florida.
Right.
You like call your county health department and you can make an appointment and get it. So my dad got it and he said that he felt fine. And then my mom, who lives here in Atlanta, got it. And she said that she just felt like dog shit for like 3 days. Like she had like just aches, like fever. She never had a fever, but she felt like that kind of fluish.
Right. This is the side effects, right? Some of them do have a little bit of a side effect to it.
Yeah.
But they say that when you feel that those feelings, all those side effects, it means that it's actually working.
But not everybody has the same side effects though.
Yeah. Everybody's different. You know, you got to make like the right decision for you and your family and whatever works.
Yeah.
Novel Life said it's Book Lovers Con.
There we go. That's it. Thank you. Yeah. So I was just curious, like if anybody's heard anything about it. Like it would be really interesting to see if they're even going to get the permits to get off the ground, because I know California is going to be in lockdown with me and Samantha. We're locked down together, girl.
I've been locked down since like February. There has been no
right.
I think Virginia lifted it to like maximum of 50 people, and then he brought it back down to we're either at 10 or 25. I can't remember.
Well, it makes sense. Our ICUs are totally tapped out, so we get it. It's just hard on everybody. So yeah, but yeah, we'll be locked down till March. So I'm just curious if anybody is going to hear anything about that.
Yeah.
We could do our own. We should totally set up like a little Zoom or something where we have like an evening where we all can like break off into little groups and like chit chat and like see everybody's like face
No, I want it in person so we can have authors. So I can go and get my book and get it signed.
We're trying. Look, we just had Kerrigan fucking Bird.
And then we go to dinner together and have wine.
Great. I totally fangirled when you guys had Kerrigan Byrne. I love her. I'm so excited you guys are doing that book club.
Which we're gonna have her again, right? We're gonna have her again on March. What date is it again?
March 6th.
Yes. And did you guys see the shirts? Did you see feel the Kerrigan Byrne shirts?
Yes.
What? Okay, you guys, those shirts are so bomb. I'm not kidding.
The one in red is so beautiful.
And then, okay,
I love the peach one.
They were all so good.
I got the gray. Yeah.
I got the gray
Mine's shipped. Did your all ship?
I got a shipping notice, but I think it's still in pre-transit. But she's working on it.
You guys, if you don't know XOXO Lady Whistledown, you should. She's great. But I wore my book shirt today, guys. I have to show you because, wrong thing here, let me tip this. It says, respect the kissing books. And I got the same one for Natasha. So me and Natasha, girl, me and your twinsies, babe.
That's so cute. I love it.
So
I love it.
Yeah. So respect those kissing books.
I have my Hello Lovely sweatshirt on.
That's right. Hello Lovely.
Favorite.
Yeah.
You're a rep too, right, Samantha?
Yeah, I am.
What's your code? Put it out there.
Sam 15 or Books with Samantha 15? I think it's Books with Sam.
You can't even see that, can you? Yeah.
Oh, I know what cup that one is. Yeah.
I love a waffle lot. This cup is so bomb. She's got some really cute stuff up there. I really love that.
Really cute, and she's a sweetheart. So yeah. It's real nice to see all of these bookish companies coming out. I feel like with everything crazy with the pandemic, a lot of people started opening. Well, I mean, Hello Lovely has been around for a while, but a lot of people are opening their businesses and their Etsy shops, and I think it's just really cool to see.
Well,
there is one shop that I want to shout out. It's called My Secret Copy on Etsy. She has adorable bookmarks, stickers, tote bags, super cute. She's a small shop, and her daughter kind of helps pack her orders sometimes. It's cute.
What is it called? My Secret what?
My
Secret Copy.
Okay.
Oh, that is cute.
Yep.
She has a lot of.
We're all on it.
You guys, and here's the thing. This is what I got about book swag. Is I used to find it, but it wasn't cute. There would be oh, book. That would be our t-shirts we would have. It would be oh, there's a book right here and it's all black or all red or whatever. It wasn't a cute shirt. But now they're coming out with cute shirts. And I am down for that. Because I'm if I'm going to give my money to any sort of t-shirt, it needs to be book related.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Tessa got this from Redbubble. And I saw it on Remarkably Lisa's little fan page or whatever, because I love her. She's so funny.
Yeah, she has her own shirts too, I think. I think she opened up a shop.
She did. She absolutely did. So I was really down for that. I'm glad she's finally got a shop up, because honestly, let's be honest, when you do these YouTube things, it's nice to be able to get a little something from it, because you don't make any money at this. It's you do it for fun. This is you do it because you love the actual book itself
and the community,
right? And the community, and all of you guys.
I had a topic to talk about. So, all right. So let me ask Samantha first. I see you've been reading a lot of these cozy mysteries. So you want to talk about them?
Sure. So cozy mysteries. So I don't know. I think I mentioned it 1,000 times on my channel. I'm a huge scaredy cat. I get scared at everything. Paranormal things, serial killers. I'm just a big scaredy cat. I'm the person who checks behind my car. I'm a scaredy cat. I always have nightmares.
There's somebody in your back seat.
Yes.
You?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm that person. So I never read horror or thrillers or any of those genres because I was too scared. But Spencer from Intentionally Bookish, I believe her channel name is, she is a romance reader who also reads cozy mysteries. And she was saying, like, if you like romance, you'll typically like cozy mysteries because you get like the detective aspect. Like, obviously there's a murder in the book, but it's like real wholesome and cute, like small town vibes. And it's always like an amateur sleuth who owns a bake shop or is with her grandma trying to like solve this murder. So that's what I've been reading recently. And there's usually like a little bit of romance in it too. Like the one I'm reading right now is from the Bake Shop Mystery Series. This is the third book in this series by Ellie Alexander. And they're easy books. Like I feel like if you read a lot of romance, they're good palate cleansers. Because they're super easy to read before bed and to like flip through. So yeah, I adore cozy mysteries. I never thought I would like that genre, but it's a really good one.
It's really funny.
Are they like G or like PG? Is there like 1 eggplant, 2 eggplants? Where are we on that?
Oh, no. It's not
zero eggplant. Zero eggplant.
It's real wholesome. I'm not even like a lot of cussing.
Yeah, okay.
This is
you want big eggplants.
You got me at zero eggplants.
This is more so like when you're thinking, when I think of this, I think of like Christmas time and like just like warm, cozy Hallmark movies. If you like Hallmark movies, this is where it's at. It's really just like
Carrie, that's all you right there.
Yeah,
Carrie.
girl.
Carrie.
I DM'd her because I was like, my mother-in-law like really loves cozy mysteries, and I'm like,
and my mother-in-law, she's Carrie.
Like, yeah, Carrie. Yeah, exactly.
No, peace out.
Yeah, and of course, the romance is a black romance, so there's not. It's a yeah. Sorry,
but
I like it.
I like them. I've read 2 so far.
No, here's the thing: is I was really happy because she was just like, "Oh my gosh, I love these so much," and I'm like, "Yeah, because my girl books with Samantha. Like, she recommend. If you are not following her, you need to. This girl's awesome. Like, just get on your thing, go subscribe to her. Sorry, point this way. She's fabulous. So, I mean, honestly, but I mean, at the end of the day, she loves it.
She's young. She's sweet. She's not into like the dark and
Hey, I like
steamy books too.
I read steamy books, but these are good. These are good palate cleansers. If you read a ton of romance and you just want to break it up, this is
you've reached your smut. When your smut-o-meter is to the top and you've been overloaded with eggplant and you need a break.
There is no such thing. If I need a palate cleanser, I'm like, I'm just gonna go read this like Katie Roberts Minaj.
Okay, no, I'm not a Minaj girl. I love Katie Roberts. I just downloaded her book. What was it? Able?
Yeah,
I can't do Minaj.
What is it? Able.
It's the first book in her Sabine series. Love triangles and polyamorous relationships. That's my favorite trope ever. I know a lot of people don't like polyamorous.
Carrie doesn't. Carrie says there can only be one thing for one hole.
Hey,
she can't have more than one thing.
No. I said there was an A and a B. I just like that C to see your way out of there. Like I like an A and a B. Like I like that. I like that there's an A and a B.
Roberts? No. What if had 3 guys and 1 girl?
You got a boo?
Yes.
Wait, what did she say? I missed that.
Katie Roberts' book Sacrifice. It's a
vampire
reverse harem romance, and it has 3 guys and 1 girl.
Yeah, no,
I have that on my Kindle, but I haven't read it yet.
One girl, like 3 guys, 1 girl.
I don't even. That's like 2 whole different worlds.
I am like,
wait. That's like going out and getting like shrimp, in a lemon butter sauce with like a side of ceviche, and then coming home and having like an Oreo cookie.
Girl,
I read different stuff.
Okay, I'm thinking about that right now. I'm getting tired. I'm tired just thinking about it right now.
Carrie, here's the thing. Romance is like an escapism read for me, so I don't want to read about something like normal.
That's true. I mean, yeah, there is for everybody. That's
like they need to have something going on.
Yeah. No, I don't. Polly, I mean, it just depends. I mean, I don't know if I'd give it a try, but I think
you like it.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like, you know how I'm not just kind of like, I would need the best one you could probably think of to just.
You said you like fantasy, right, Carrie? Didn't you read fantasy before you read romance?
Mm-hmm.
There's a book called Strange Grace that has a polyamorous relationship in it, but it's a small like a Fade to Black kind of romance. It's not steamy, but it's three of them. It's 2 guys, 1 girl.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry. One of the
Crystal wants an Oreo now.
Yeah, I mean, I would give it a try if it was like, this book was like blew your mind, 5 stars all the way, like looked at it from every angle, then I would definitely try.
Oh, Justin's a little freak. Look at Justin. I want to That's right, Justin. Hello.
Yes. Yes. Justin is like in my wheelhouse.
She's
got bomb Rex. I'm not kidding. I saw her video today. I was like, I think it was like Heir of the Duchess. I am down for that book. That is in her next, I think 20 January things she's gonna read. I cannot wait I want to read that so bad.
We should
we've been trying to get Carrie to read Zane for a while.
Girl, you know what's funny is I need to probably, when I first read my first Menage a Trois or whatever, whatever that is. Well, yeah.
We need to get you into like just a straight menage. Like just straight menage.
I should probably like what do they do? Do my first vlog on that so I can be
you're gonna call. She's gonna FaceTime us and be like, guys. There was like one girl,
they have tons
of guys, and she had one hole. And do you know they found another one?
Oh my God.
Like, your goal is to be as red as possible by the time my light is on me, so I don't look red at all.
If Carrie will read like a menage, I will read a cozy mystery.
You're right. There we go. Switch it up.
Options. You're not gonna read no cozy mystery.
I'll read it because I want Carrie to come to the dark side and like see that there's more than one hole and there's like other ways and there's more than you can do. Yes,
okay, you're gonna sacrifice hours and hours of your life.
Well, it's a cozy fucking mystery.
Okay, I will explain that. Here are the terms.
Oh, there's terms. Okay,
we'll pick your cozy mystery. Yes,
I actually have
my menage a trois. Okay, that is the term.
We need a neutral party. Yes, we do need a neutral party.
Right. So
I'm good with that. I'm okay with that.
Cozy mysteries have like 15 books in like one series. So if you fall down that rabbit hole, you're in it. You're in it.
Okay, well, let's see how far this rabbit hole goes.
Yeah.
Just every time to the dark side, you know you want to.
Well, hey, like I'm not. I'm used to an A and a B. Like I'm used to that. So I'm gonna.
Your A never accidentally slipped into the B. And then the B's like, woo, shit.
You read Lisa Kleypas.
Listen, that don't leave you. Oh shit, that leaves you breathless, out of breath, without words. You can't speak, and you're like, okay.
You know what? Okay, so if you guys wanted your escape, you got it. You guys are the best cheaters.
Tess asked if you could recommend a cozy mystery to start with.
Cozy mystery to start with? That's so hard. Espérate un momentito.
Okay, Justin, what is my menage a trois? Or what do they call it?
Oh wait, if you wanna MMF romance, have you read Rebel Carter before? She has a historical.
I haven't read any of them. Like
she literally, has a historical romance series. It's called Heart and Hands. by Rebecca Carter. It's 2 guys, 1 girl, and it's a mail order bride trope. So it's set in America, and it's a cowboy romance as well. They're both
cowboy.
Yeah, I don't know about the cowboy. You lost me at cowboy.
Yeah, you and me at cowboy every time. I'm just like,
Justin, help me out here. No,
but she's also an author of color.
Oh, then that was worth.
Yeah, so it's a real good series, and I think in the series there's also a sapphic romance in there, so it's a really good diverse series if you want more than just like straight sex.
And it's funny though because I did but I was as soon as I found it was a menage a trois type thing. And I'm probably calling this wrong. I did like the Katie Roberts one because it had the vampire element to it. So I was like, since it had that vampire element to it, I was like, at least it had that paranormal. So I could kind of get into it. And then it had the 3 or 4 or how many people there are there.
So you're okay with the whole bunch of alphabets as long as there's some vampires in there? But you can't do it.
I've never done one. I've never done one. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see.
But the one by Rebel Carter is only 120 pages. It's a novella. So you could
that's not bad.
Okay, there we go. There. Yeah. Let's write that one down. Wait, please.
I can't do anything with a father and a son, Simone. We need to.
That's a little yucky.
Yeah, a father and a son, that's
no, they can't be related.
No, they can't be related. It's got to be
right.
It's got to be separate. Yeah, I can't hang with that.
Oh, they couldn't even be brothers. I know a lot of people like that twin trope.
Here.
Dana is here. She read Katie Roberts for a night.
Okay, Katie Roberts. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go, Alicia. Let me know when we probably need to plan this.
I know. Yeah, we need to plan it, and we need Samantha to be our impartial picker to pick a cozy mystery, and then we'll have to come on and discuss them in a very serious way.
Good luck with that.
In a serious way. But who asked for the cozy mystery? Was it Justin?
No, Tess. Tess was asking a recommendation to start with a cozy mystery.
The Meet Your Baker by Ellie Alexander. Looks like that. This is the first in the Bake Shop Mystery Series. It's about Jules, who owns her mom owns a bake shop, and she goes to help her mom after she's going through a messy divorce. So she helps her mom, and there's a murder. Bum bum bum.
And so, who's the author in that one?
Ellie Alexander.
Okay.
Yeah, she was great.
Is that who you would think that we should do for our great menage versus cozy mystery?
Yes.
What's funny is when we come out of this and realize, man, they were really good. You're gonna be a cozy mystery. I'm gonna turn it
I'm not saying I don't have a problem with the non-sex. I read a bunch of Diana Palmer. Diana Palmer is cowboys with very little sex, and Danielle Steele. I like all of that. It's not that I don't like it.
See, I can't say I don't like it until you try it. I've got
the same thing for you, Carrie. You're gonna come out saying, "Oh, I need more. I need more. I need more."
But if I'm oh, that did not work for me, that could happen too.
At the end of the year, we need to have your husband on a books and chat session so that he can interview you.
Yes.
The guy who was okay, so we are complete opposites. If you could think of opposite people, that's what we are. He is quiet, reserved, Cody. And I am very loud, Carrie. It's literally night and day, but we totally work.
But once you get hooked on these books and start introducing them at home.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that because people say that, and then people say that to me all the time because I read a shit ton of dirty books, right? And all my friends are all your books have naked men on the cover. You guys must be effing all the time. And I'm no. I'm fucking tired. I got a kid. I got all this other stuff. I'm living vicariously through this book.
Alicia,
I just mentioned he's going to drive something. Carrie's going to go and she's going to say to him, "Hey, hon, remember that B-hole accidentally that maybe?"
Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're totally getting off topic here.
Samantha's like, let's talk about this.
Like, what did I just walk into here?
Let me switch the topic real quick. Let's deviate a little bit. So audiobook. I think it was Justin mentioned getting on the audiobook train. I too I'm guilty of in the past talking shit about audiobooks. I am going to be honest. I'm being honest. I was one of those that said that audiobooks is not really reading. I admit it, okay? However, I have since changed my opinion hugely. Why? Because I'm constantly on the road and I don't have time to read. I'm very busy with work. I have 4 kids. I own a home. I have 2 dogs. I have 2 birds. So my life is hectic. So I love audiobooks now. I have just made a confession. It's on YouTube. I can never retract that. And I'm reading Mariana Zapata, Culty, on I know, Carrie. I know.
Carrie's jam. Carrie was like
75% through on Wall of Winnipeg, and then my loan expired, so I have to. It's back on hold. I'm waiting for it to come so I could finish the Wall of Winnipeg. But I'm about like 25% into Culty, and I'm actually really liking it. Now, let me tell you something. I have Upstairs from Lukov with Love, right? And I started reading it. I don't think I can read Mariana Zapata, but I do really enjoy the audiobooks. Whoever's the
Callie Dalton
narrator, is that's her name? I like her. She does a really good flip from female to male voiceover. And I love the F-bombs and all the the realistic way that the author writes, with these characters and how they're thinking. Like she's talking about right now the main hero in the book, and she calls him he's German. She's like, she's like, I want to call him a bratwurst or whatever.
Right. German pie shortcake. German pie.
It's really good. The banter in her head is just I can totally see myself looking at someone just I just want to give you the fucking finger right now, fuck you, and then it's really good. It's good. I'm really enjoying it.
So can I do my little snippet?
Yeah.
So me and Justin are having the great Mariana Zapata debate on Justin's channel. So if you guys want to read Mariana Zapata, if you want to, it's spoiler free. So if you have not read her, if you want to read her, we are debating about which books are the best. So this is the ongoing question of which books of hers are the best. Because everybody has a favorite from her. And she is literally I've read every single one of her books. I just reread 4 of her books the start of the new year. I literally I'm on book number 4 because I've I read her books 3 years ago. So 4 years ago.
Yes, Sarah.
So them. But yeah,
wait, look what Sarah said.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
That would be awesome.
Oh my god!
We would have to do some kind of Kickstarter campaign to get Carrie to
wait.
No
we have
way.
to said, does anybody have a really dirty page in a book right now that you can screenshot me on Instagram or screenshot Carrie, and she's gonna read that dirty scene right now on live?
No way. You can't.
No way,
You gotta read, Carrie.
No way.
Yes.
No way. But
And
here's the thing. Okay, getting back to the
yes.
We're literally diverting here. Sorry, Samantha. We are literally diverting. But you guys, if you want to go see some really awesome debate, check us out. We're going to be Friday. I think it's Justin, help me out here. It's 5:00 Pacific Standard Time, 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys want to read MZ or thinking about reading MZ, we will be debating her top 5. So she is the slow burn queen. So this is going to be, I love her. Honestly, anything you read you could pick up any one of her books, to be honest. And it's awesome. But we'll probably talk about where you should start with her. But yeah, she's fabulous. It's so funny that you guys mentioned it because her first book I got from Jessica from Peace Love Books. She mentioned a book and I ended up reading her whole thing, all her books. So
No.
Yeah.
Well, my 2 cents on the audiobook is
Sorry.
it's a story. It doesn't matter how you consume it. It counts as reading. Visually impaired people.
Exactly.
Obviously, you know, it's how you consume it's still a story. It still counts as a book. I absolutely love audiobooks. When I first started though, I had to listen to it on original speed. And then of course, the more you listen, the faster you can kind of pick up on it. Now there are some that I absolutely cannot listen to when I'm driving. There was one morning I was on my way to work. My commute was an hour one way, and I was listening to a Kristen Hanna audiobook. And I think I was listening to The Great Alone. By the time I got to work, my makeup was just, I mean, I was crying driving. I know people thought, you know, oh my God, what's wrong with her? And I mean, I'm just in tears. Like I couldn't stop it, but I absolutely love audiobooks. My only issue is my library sucks on what they carry. And they only allow me to make 2 recommendations a month. And it really just ticks me off.
Wait, you can only get 2 a month?
No, you know, I can only make 2 recommendations for them to buy an audiobook.
Okay.
Especially romance. They hardly have any.
Mine too.
And I had Audible for a while, but
they're expensive.
It's expensive. Right. And then when they got rid of romance, I was like, well,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of understand why they got rid of romance, because that was another thing that Jess Owens was talking about, where they were gypping some of the authors. So it was like the way they were cutting the pie. Some authors were trying to bow out because they weren't cutting it equally. And like a lot of that got to be where it was really controversial. And then they wanted to also, a lot of people were recommending like wanting other things. So they just bowed out of romance and then just went into like where they could, you know, coordinate.
That makes sense.
Multiple genres. Yeah.
Audiobooks I think are great. You know, it's a little bit more inclusive for people who may have dyslexia or visual impairments. Or like I work 8 hours a day on a computer. I can't read a book during the majority of my day. But I can listen to an audiobook for sure. And I feel like it's a more atmospheric experience. Like I will even listen to the audiobook and read the physical book at the same time.
I do that too.
Yeah. And it adds more to the experience, especially for historical romances. They almost always have an accent. So it's always, I mean,
I love the British accents.
Yeah, exactly.
And Elizabeth Acevedo
voiceovers for it.
If I read an Elizabeth Acevedo book, I'll listen to the audiobook because I love her voice.
100%.
Love her voice. And she narrates her own. So
Oh, she does.
Poetry slam situation when she narrates her own books. And gosh, I love all of her audiobooks. She's fantastic.
Yep, absolutely.
I've been listening to Lorraine Heath, her like Sins for All Seasons series. And I think hers is Kate Redding.
Right.
Either Kate Redding or Carrie Redding. And like she does the male and the female voice. And so it's like the first time I was listening, I was like, is that 2 people? And then I was like, oh no, that's one person. And the way she does it is just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
See,
go ahead, Carrie. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I talk way too much, guys. Just tell me to be quiet when I need to be. I just want to say thank you to Chris, because it's hard to like come out and say like, oh, I didn't think this was this, but now I admit that I was wrong. So that's awesome. Like come out and say that.
And I could get bullshit for that, but I really don't give a hell, because
no, that's awesome.
Like, I didn't appreciate it for what it was. And then when I actually needed to, get my reading in, and I really wanted to hear these books and be a part of the readathons and be able to manage my, work life and this, which is, my therapy.
Right.
And books for me is my therapy. And if I can't read a book and I can hear a book, now I appreciate it a lot more for what it is. And then also being around now, a lot of people with disabilities and seeing how it benefits a lot of those, I have a lot of patients. All my patients are kids. They're mostly all kids or really young adults with disabilities. And you see how much they can benefit from audiobooks. So it opened up a whole new world for me.
Right. And I feel like as a person who struggled with reading, like I'm being way honest here. Like I would not fit in as many books as I do now if I didn't have an audiobook, because my reading is slower than the average person, because sometimes I won't read as fast as someone who picked up reading and does it. My processing isn't like everybody else's processing, and that's fine. Like I'm okay with that. But like at the end of the day, I read more because of audiobooks instead of having to read a physical copy. And I'm okay with that too. But I do read physical copies to make sure I don't lose those skills, because for me, they don't come as easy as other people. So I don't want to ever lose those skills. But I mean, yeah, it just, for me, like, I feel like if I'm processing a story, I feel like I am getting that reading experience. And for me, it was always a processing issue. Like I was talking with you guys with KB, like it was being able to, like, I would have to read a sentence 10 times and I read it and I was so proud, but it wouldn't process. And that was the processing thing for me.
Ooh, what speed? That's a great question.
2.5.
I have a question.
I
have
started
a question for fiction and frivolity. What is your real name?
so
like, I'm always like, so like, what is your real name? Like, so I was having a conversation with somebody and she said like, I'm XYZ on the chat, but her other name isn't that. And I was like, oh my God, now I know who you are. Okay.
I agree with Justin.
I listened at 2.5 or 2.
I start the book at 1.5, and then once I pick up on the, like if it's a historical romance and they have that accent, or if it's someone that's doing multiple characters, then once I start, I guess in my mind, differentiating who's who, then I could pick it up to like 2, 2.25, 2.5. I've tried 3, and at 3, I'm like, what the fuck? And I gotta rewind it. Like
2.5 is good.
Yeah.
2.5
I think is like, for me, it's like I can understand and keep up. More than that, I'm just getting like bits and pieces, and I'm not really, at that point, I don't feel like I'm reading the book. I'm just gathering a little bit of information to get through it. You know what I mean? That deepens the experience.
What are you at, Natasha?
I listen to it at 2.0, and then if it's a slower pace, I'll bump it up to 2.5. But yeah, anything above that, I feel like I'm like, ooh, I just smoked something. Like, yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just fast forwarding at that point. Yeah, I'm at 2.0 as well.
What about you, Samantha?
Yeah, 2.5. It just depends on the narrator, but mainly 2.5.
Yeah. If you all are looking for a good creepy audiobook, I recommend Nosferatu. It's NOS 482.
Oh, that's don't tell me, Stephen King's son or Joe Hill.
Joe Hill.
Yes.
It's a good audiobook because it has the creepy element to it.
Isn't that like Nosferatu, like the what do you call it? The Phantom, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a good audiobook. I'm glad that I listened to it on audio because it's just that, I don't know, it had that creepy element to it. Samantha won't like it, but it did have that creepy element to it.
Samantha's gonna be in her bed at night, like
no.
She's gonna look under her bed, like, who's in here?
When I was a kid, well, never mind.
Tell us.
Yeah, you're in free range here.
Nah, you're gonna think I'm weird. Like,
I already know what you're gonna say. I watch your videos.
No, we don't think anybody's
I think I did mention it in a video.
You did mention it in a video.
When I was a kid, I used to see supernatural activity quite often. Not even when I was a kid, like until I was like 21. Like it happened throughout my entire life. So whenever I read that stuff, I feel like I'm just
opening that gate.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have an excuse like that, but I watched Chucky at 8 and I was like, all these dolls were around me and I was like, no bueno. No bueno. Like
I've only had one experience.
I don't know if it's culturally, but I'm Hispanic too, and we believe in like spirits and ghosts and stuff like that. So when you say it in that fact, I can respect that because that's, for us, it's very real, you know. And
because I've seen it. So like I'm like, if I read about it, I've already seen it. So like I don't want to see it no more.
Yeah, I get it.
I get that too.
I could respect that.
Well, I've had one experience, but it was my own fault. So I don't know if I should share this or not.
Let's turn off the lights and get creepy with it. No.
Like have a flashlight.
I'll share it because it might help somebody else. I don't know. But after I had my daughter, I went through the postpartum depression. And I was living in the ghetto. Somebody broke into my car. I couldn't figure out how I was going to feed her because I didn't qualify for food stamps. My mom kicked me out. It was a whole bunch of just stuff. And I was in a real kind of deep, dark place. And I was raised, oh Lord, the word just went out of my head. We were raised to not really believe anything. But I had really close family members and people who took care of me. Oddly enough, Hispanic people she was like my second mom. So I kind of always believed in that stuff. Well, I was in a deep, dark place. And one night I said out loud, and I shouldn't open my big mouth. I said it out loud. I'm ready to die. Just come take me. Just come take me. I'm ready to die. And this scared the shit out of me. I will never forget this experience. That night I was laying in my bed, and you know that period where you're asleep but you're awake?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was happening. I was asleep. My body was not able to move. I was fully fucking awake. Okay. And the room got very, very cold. And I should have known something was going on because when I put my daughter on my bed in that particular room, she would always stare up at the ceiling and have like these conversations. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking to? Right. She was an infant. So I knew better. But then I looked over at the doorway and there was this dark figure that he came for me. He came to take me. He was going to come take me. And I tried my hardest to scream, but my body was still asleep. Right. And I wanted, I was like, never mind. I changed my mind. Don't take me. I'm not ready. That was the longest night of my entire life. I kid you not. It was just, he stood in the doorway for it felt like hours, but it couldn't have been more than a few minutes. And so after that happened, my daughter would continue to have these experiences in my room, and it would often get really, really cold really fast. And then it would kind of just go away. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now, mind you, I'm 19, 20 years old at the time, and I'm on my own in the ghetto, just, So I went to my rental office because there was like, when I came home from work one day, there were some marks on my door outside. So I went to the rental office and I said, can you just tell me what's going on with my apartment? This is what I've experienced. These are the marks that are on my door. The girl wasn't supposed to tell me, but I guess I freaked her out so bad. The people who lived in the apartment before me, apparently the boyfriend had killed the girlfriend in my apartment.
For real?
For real. And apparently he was getting out of jail. So like real soon, it was a whole, I was like, you're kidding me. Y'all put me in an apartment where somebody died in there. Somebody died. This woman's spirit is still there. Right. She was killed. It's still there. So spirits, I'm a full believer. You can't tell me they're not real. They are real. They absolutely are. I've just learned to call on the right ones now. Mm-hmm. So I don't call on those deep, dark ones. You can come at me.
Natasha, I would be scared to meet in like a dark alley. Like Natasha would be like, she's so nice and she's so sweet. She's like, here's my coffee and my leggings. And then like all of a sudden she'd be like, I'm gonna shake your ass.
Look, I might still get murdered, but I'm gonna fight my ass going down swinging. Take you with me.
So you got Justin home in Louisiana shitting her pants underneath her.
She's hiding.
She's scared.
So did you move out, Natasha? Were you like, bitch, I need my money back and like move out? Or were you just
I wasn't able to break my lease because of that. And honestly, I didn't have anywhere to go. But it wasn't until maybe 2 or 3 months later, where I was actually attacked in daylight, broad daylight, carrying groceries into my house with my daughter right there. And after that, that was enough that I filed a police report that they let me move out. So
Harriet said, who has read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, the phrase, never pray to the gods that answer after the dark. Natasha, this story makes me remember that.
I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thank you for sharing, Natasha, because that is crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Now I made everybody go quiet. I'm sorry.
No.
Now I'm just like, I have like a little bit of
I have I think a lot of people have kind of like, you know.
Well, you have to believe that there is like an afterlife, right? There is like something more than this. And whether it's good or it's bad,
what would be the purpose of all this if there wasn't some reason? I mean, I feel like there has to be a reason that we're here and we're experiencing all the things that we're experiencing. There were reasons why people were here before us and why they experienced what they experienced and then why we're here. I don't know. I just feel like there has to be a circle. There has to be something full. You have to come full circle. It just can't be, a starting point and an end. Like, then what was the point? You have to be able to come full circle to see the why behind it. I don't know. That's just my.
You can't convince me anything else. I mean, like 20 plus years of just seeing it all the time. Like, no, I definitely believe there's some.
Friction for Validity wants us to say a quick prayer. So I'll say our Father who art in heaven. We're not going to get religious. We're not going to say it because it's different religions out there. But everybody go to sleep peacefully.
You're fine. Read some romance.
Lie down. Go to bed.
Just
read some
right now. Just some fun. I'll switch it up.
I do want to give like a special thing to think about. Or Natasha, who was the person who passed away today? That was just so sad. Like a special remembrance.
He passed away January 3rd. Eric Jerome Dickey is an author who has been around for decades. An African-American author, wrote a lot of romance.
I have Chasing Destiny upstairs. I have one of his books upstairs. Yeah.
Yep. Passed away from cancer on January 3rd. So,
do you know what kind of cancer he had or no? They didn't share.
No, very, very sad because he had a huge impact on the romance community and, being a person of color and a male author.
Yeah.
Because, there just weren't that many male romance authors that were African-American in his time frame. So it was just the three that I could remember. It was him, Elin Harris, who wrote a lot of gay romance, and then Carl Weber. Carl Weber is still alive, but Elin Harris passed away. And Carl Weber is known for his family business, family drama book series. I mean, they're all three awesome authors, and I would recommend their books to anybody. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw he had a huge backlist, so a lot of books to catch up on if you're not familiar.
Yep, and honestly, I couldn't say one was better than the other because they're all on some level. They're just really, really good. Like, I haven't read a book by him that I didn't enjoy.
Right.
So if someone was going to start, what one would you think? Oh man, he's got a huge backlist.
It's huge. Yeah. It's huge. I would say start with one of his older books so that you can kind of get to know his writing style.
Right.
So.
See, and a lot of people, I don't know if he's one of them, but some authors put Easter eggs in throughout their writing. I don't know if you start with his beginning works and maybe can find things as you go through his stuff.
I haven't read his most recent stuff, but I mean,
Liar's Game is an old one. I'm looking at some of his stuff now, so I remember that was a big one.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I highly recommend. So today was a big news day, and apparently I learned Dr. Dre had a brain aneurysm.
Did he really?
No.
How have we been on for an hour and 8 minutes and not talked about Kim and Kanye.
Wait,
I know.
today. I just heard.
I don't know any of this. I'm not like what happened?
Okay, wait.
I am disappointed in us.
Do you believe the Kanye story?
I don't even know someone tells me what's happening.
My daughter said
we're getting a divorce.
Yes.
That's not the part I'm
getting
then I'm behind.
That Kanye slept with
Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star.
No, shut the hell up.
Yes.
I
believe it, and I'm gonna tell you why I believe it. Because Jeffree and Kim had a falling out about 3 years ago, and I see Jeffree doing that just to get back at Kim.
And Jeffree's man before this whole scandal, there was a scandal. He hooked up with, I want to say, an athlete.
Yes.
Who was married and left his baby mama for Jeffree and then stole some stuff from his house. It was a whole scandal. Like it was, let me not speak on stuff I don't know. Never mind.
No, speak.
Dude, I'm going to TMZ right now because TMZ knows everything.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put it past.
No, I don't hear that about Kanye at all. I am the worst.
So pretty much he was not faithful and now they're getting divorced.
Listen,
That's
give it 2 years and Kanye is going to be dressing like a woman too.
Which is
like he's gonna go to the
Remember today, January 6th, 2021, Christina from Books and Chris said, in 2 years' time, Kanye gonna be dressed like a woman. Watch.
But of all people he could have cheated with, Jeffree Star.
That just tells you he's starting to go really cuckoo. He was
on
money. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs anyway. But
yeah. But now he's losing his shit. Like he's been off his medication way too long now.
But that's so sad. Bless all of them. And it's so sad.
You know what? I kind of feel bad for the Kardashians just because they have like the shit luck. Like
right, and everything is publicized.
You know what?
One secret.
I don't know how bad I feel for them because they're all worth.
I don't either.
Not at all.
I feel bad for them, but they have.
I don't feel bad.
I don't know.
Money doesn't mean just because you have money doesn't mean that you should get
right. No. I totally agree with that. But I mean, here's the thing: like they knew what they were getting into when they signed those contracts to do all this stuff.
I don't think that's a good excuse. I don't think that has anything to do with their personal lives. I think because you gotta understand too. Like she has 4 kids with him. Yeah,
Natasha's like, pray for me. We need to get off of this because she hates the Kardashians.
I don't hate them. I'm not a
hater. Like, we got to move on.
I'm not a hater. I actually really like the Kardashians. I think that they're really smart business women. They're my modern day Daphne. I'm sorry. They're my modern day Daphne.
Look, I have no issues with it. First of all, I respect them on a business level. Do your thing, chase your money, make your millions, go for it, do it. Yeah. I'm all about that. But I don't feel bad for them because they live off of drama. That is who they are, is drama. I just think that my whole thing is, and I don't even hate all of them because Khloe is okay.
Yeah, I like Khloe.
It's like you're not as stupid as you appear to be. You have a brain. I really think Kim has got some smarts in her. I really, really think she does.
Yes, she's really smart.
I would like to see her apply that because she's such a strong.
But she is. You don't see all the work that she's doing with the inmates and getting people off of death row and getting them off of their life sentences. Like she is doing a lot.
I want to see her do work in her own personal life.
What'd you say?
I want to see her do work in her own, not for different. She needs to. Yeah. What am I trying to say? I mean,
not to rely on the drama to like boost her brand. I think is kind of.
Yeah.
I like what Justin says down there.
I'm not a hater and I'm not a lover, but I sympathize with Kim having to deal with a spouse with mental health issues and trying to make it work. Absolutely. Yeah, that's my thing. I don't stay updated on like Twitter and things like that, so I don't know the full story. Mm-hmm. And I'm also like the least confrontational person ever. So I'm like, just love for everyone. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same. Like, I want things to go well for them, but like, I understand why they're a public figure. So like, their drama is going to be plastered all over the front page news because they're like, of course, that's their brand. Is their life is public for everybody. So I could see them being plastered all over, but I feel bad for them because.
Oh, let me just tell you a story real quick. So my sister's a hairstylist. She owns her own salon, and she used to work with Cesar Ramirez, who does the Kardashians' hair. So she actually assisted him doing Chloe's hair a couple of years back. And she was with Chloe while she was getting, I don't know if it was like her personal assistant or whatever, the information about, what's the father's name? The one that turned into a woman? Jenner. When the book had just come out about Chris, my sister was in the room with Chloe when all that drama like hit the fan. And Chloe was talking to them about it, like while they were doing her hair, and she was like really upset about how he had like spoken negatively about Chris. So I mean, they're like regular people, you know what I mean? Like they're well publicized, but they have like real life fucking issues. And that shit, it was legit. They didn't see that shit coming out of nowhere. And Chloe was fucking pissed. Like my sister was like, Chris, she was like, all that shit was legit. She was like, she was fucking pissed. She was like cursing in the phone. Like, how can he do this to my mom? Like her reaction was like, so I don't know.
Just but my heart was
under contract when that happened.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a situation where it's bad all the way around. He was living this lie. He wasn't able to live his true life. So he was hiding this from his family. And then your family sees you as one person. And then all of a sudden, when you try to live your truth, you are going to break your family's heart when you tell them. I wish that had just happened. I wish they weren't a public figure when that happened, because it's so hard just to deal with family stuff behind the scenes, but never mind, you have an entire world that's following you and this camera that's always in your face. You know, I just felt bad for him. Now I feel bad for Kim's kids.
Right. And
I feel bad for Kim's kids, and like his mental health is obviously teetering, and
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Annie, nobody's misgendering her. I'm just referencing to the time.
Yeah, I honestly forgot her name
now, but I'm just referencing to when it happened. So
yeah,
and I think they're under contract, so it's not like they could like just take it all back to be like, okay, this is an in-house affair.
Right.
Deal with this as a family. Since they're under contract during the seasons, like if something like this happens, they have to air it, and I feel kind of bad about that. Like I wouldn't want my family drama out there for everybody to see. So I do feel bad about that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about something lighter.
So, I know. I feel like the topic's like veered.
We went real dark there.
Fluffing. Please tell me we can talk about the fluffing.
Let's talk about like
how much money have you spent on books this year?
Wait, no. What happened to the fluffing?
What's the fluffing?
The Bridgerton.
It's the Bridgerton.
Oh. Go ahead. You were talking about that.
Okay, so you guys, I'm really excited. Okay, so I don't know how many people have seen this YouTube clip, but it talked about the guys who had to drop their pants to do the Bridgerton like intimate scenes. And what they had to do is they had to like get their bums just right. So they had to like call over makeup to get their bums just right to be able to like shoot these scenes. So these coordinators would come up, like lift their like shirts up, and then they would be like, makeup, come over here and do these butts. And the actors would just be sitting there just totally like blanked face, like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with my booty? You know, like as they're doing these intimate scenes. How would you guys feel if someone called makeup on your rear end?
Cover it all. Get the cellulite.
Yeah, like I need the airbrush. Let's airbrush that away.
Lift. Can I get a carry butt back there?
Yes.
I think that's done on a lot of movie sets. I think a lot of actors and actresses have to do that.
Right. Like it's not something they really talk about, but this one actor, Anthony, actually, he talked about him getting like they showed him as his butt was on display and him getting makeup painted on his butt. Like it was literally like they took the pictures and then they talked about like yeah, did anybody see that talk about
I want that job. Like can I be the person who puts the makeup on Anthony's butt? I think that guy is
no ass. I'll take Simon's butt.
Simon, no ass.
Well, it was really interesting because the guy was like, when he started looking behind at his rear end, he was like, oh my gosh, is something like, what's wrong with my rear end? He just felt so awkward because people were calling makeup on his butt. Like he was just like, oh my gosh, like what's back there?
Here's my question. If we're going to like talk about makeup on your butt, do you think that he waxed his butt before this? Like in this scene where Anthony is against the tree, right? The tree at the beginning of Fredericton. Because you know that guys have hairy butts. So do you think that he like waxed his butt before he like had the makeup put on it? Or do you think he just went au naturel?
No, he waxed that. That's
how close did you get?
No.
Maybe he shaved it, not wax. I don't think he's gonna go wax his ass. I think he waxed his ass.
Oh no, you should wax.
You gotta wax that. You can't shave that.
No,
you got the stubble
and get all up in there.
Yeah, no.
Because
people are gonna go crazy.
Simon's butt on screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
People are gonna go crazy. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Oh, God, sorry.
No. There's no spoilers. I have watched like clips of it, but I just want like a day where I can literally be in my bed the entire day and just like binge it. But I've had to work, so it's like I only catch things here and there. But I haven't watched it yet. I've just drooled over Simon endlessly.
Well, here's my little spoiler. You get to see his butt, which is like a big.
That's in the trailer.
That is like a big Merry Christmas late.
Lots of butt. I like what Kimberly is saying. I mean, because there's always like a little fur, you take care of it.
And this is something I like that they talked about. There was an intimacy coordinator. So then the actors felt comfortable with all the scenes that were like, I guess they coordinated all the scenes with the intimacy scenes. And I was happy about that because you don't want to go on the job and not feel safe. Like, as a female doing those roles, like I was really happy to see, like, I'm not going to lie though. I would totally love an intimacy coordinator job. Like, I know Alicia, you'd be all down for that too.
Oh no, my
you can't do the job if you're not willing to do the A, B, and Z.
Right, I know. I would not be good at that job, but like, I wouldn't be like, that would be a bomb job though. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. It would. No, because you're not really necessarily talking about like how they go into slots, right? Because like, doesn't the guy wear like a sock?
A sock.
And then she has on like nude colored underwear, right?
That was not possible because they got like really like the angles you'll see when you watch it. Like, I don't even know how they wore anything.
It's just flesh covered.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's covered. I think that's how they do it.
There's no like penetration.
Well, yeah, of course. But I'm just like, how they wore anything is beyond me because they like, the park scene, like, I don't know. Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was going to answer, Jessen. You had me at Ola, but I have not read it. Did they talk about that?
I read that one, but I can't remember if they talked about it. But I don't remember. I read it earlier in the year when it first.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. No,
I was gonna say Tiffany Neverland Pixie says they treat them like studs. She's a PA, and there's a closed set, so whenever there's nudity, so they're treated very well. So
because you have to think like with X-Men, for example, like what's that actress that's all blue? Like she is all blue.
All blue.
So I feel like a lot of the scenes are kind of like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're all hanging out there, and it's just like, Wow. I don't know. Like to be an actor or actress, that's a tough job. Like I don't know. Well, I don't know how tough. Like to make out with a hot guy. I mean, that
has to be tough because you got to think you have like all these camera people around you, lights, you know,
right.
You know, you're like in this propped like room, and then like okay, Simon on the stairs, like he has to have his hand in a certain way, her legs have to be in a certain way. It's all choreographed, and then you know you've got to fake like you're in it. Meanwhile, you've got cameras on. I don't know. It just sounds a little. You know?
Yeah, I don't think it's as sexy as they make it seem on screen.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, yeah.
You're sold. You're sold. It's just the two of them, but there's like 50 people around and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No way.
But, I think someone did a video. It was either Jessica or Lacey. My brain. I have the worst memory. They were talking about books that they want adaptions for, like different historical romances that would make good adaptions.
Right.
What do you guys think? Like, what book series do you think would make another good, like, Bridgerton situation?
Hello, Victorian Rebels.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Oregon Burn would be a good one. Lisa Wallflowers would be a good one.
Sarah
there.
Rebel series.
Tessa Dare.
Yeah.
Wallflowers. I like the Sarah McLean. Like I would like that. Not that one. The other one, the Bare Knuckle Bastard.
Bare Knuckle
Bastard would be a good one. I think they would be a good one.
Or even her Love by Numbers series because that follows a family. It's the two brothers and the sister.
He starts off by losing all his fortune. I don't know. This one's pretty good.
You like that one?
Oh, Spindle Cove.
Spindle Cove. I think that one has like very Gilmore Girl-esque like characters, right? Like some of the people in that Spindle Cove, like I feel like they could have like who was the guy on Gilmore Girls who was always walking around and he always had these different jobs and he lived with his mom and then he married the girl. What was his name? Whatever, on Gilmore Girls. But I feel like that could be very like Spindle Covey, you know? But I like
Jennifer
Joanna Choops Barron series.
That
could be a good one.
I'm not gonna lie though, I would love Beverly Jenkins.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh wow, yeah, that'd be great.
I'd be down with that all day long.
I think Indigo would make a good series. Like that book alone can just be a whole series.
Right.
Ooh, the Bridgerton girls.
But it's so funny though, because I'm like, I have to remember the authors. Like I'm like, what are these authors' names? I don't even know.
I can remember author names, but character names. Sometimes I'll be like, who was that guy in that book?
Right. He had a hair, like he was dressed like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, sorry, Chris, I cut you off though. What were you going to ask before I talked about the Bridgerton fluff?
Oh, how much did we spend in books this past year? Does anybody have any idea how much they spent?
$50.
Hey, what?
Yeah, she got 1,000 books for $50.
You haven't bought any more books than that?
No, I literally. Well, I do spend money on Audible, so I probably spend about maybe like $100 on Audible.
Well, you got all those paranormals from that one lady that was selling them.
Okay, so yeah, that was another $50. So yeah, my bad.
I mean, $100. Wow, so
right? I spent that a month in books.
I refuse to answer that question because if I sat down and calculated it all, I think I would hurt my own feelings. So
yeah. I can't. I don't even know. Like I want to say not a lot because I buy books cheap, but then my mindset is, oh my god, these books are so cheap that I buy so many of them.
The volume.
I spent almost $1,000 on books this year, easy.
So I have a confession. I have never done an eBay book haul.
Oh god,
like a mystery box.
Really?
That is you this year.
That was my first really corny video that I have on YouTube. So if you go on my channel and you look, I have like my first mystery box.
It's because I don't like clutter. So I don't buy things that like I don't know what they are and if I'm gonna like want them. So like a mystery box, like a mystery box coming to my house would be like a nightmare for me.
Well, listen, you get like 20 books and probably 5 of them are books that you really wanted. 5 to 10 are like, oh, okay, I know this author, I might like this, and all the rest are like, you're not too happy with.
I mean, Samantha, what did you end up doing with your access? Like things you didn't like?
What do you mean?
You got one of the mystery.
She's like, I like them all. I don't give them away. I don't do anything.
What do I do with books that I don't like? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, when you got the mystery eBay box, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was some in there that you didn't really love, right?
Oh, yeah. So the thing with the mystery ebook boxes, eBay boxes, can't speak. I am really weird where, like, if something is super hyped up, I am nervous to read it. So I want, like, the authors that I've never heard from. So the ones that I didn't like, I would read, like, a couple chapters and see, like, if it was my vibe. And then I have a lot of free little libraries in my area. So if I don't like something, it goes there. Or to my bookstore, because my bookstore gives you store credit. So I exchange a book and then I get a book. So it's no money lost in that aspect.
That's nice.
That's nice.
I really wanted to start making like the mystery boxes, but doing like themes for them, because I think that's what's missing. Like historical romance is so vast. You have so many tropes and so many eras. I feel like if you had a theme like Scottish romances or Duke romances, something a little bit more condensed, it might be like easy access to people. But now the thing is that Jessica and Lacey and Lisa, like the holy trinity of YouTube, I love, they be posting about it, and now you can't find anything. People be buying stuff too fast.
Well, it's funny, they're outbidding each other. So.
Yeah, exactly. Now like everybody knows all the secrets, so everything is sold out. Went.
Yeah, but I'm telling you what, Craigslist people, get on your Craigslist app, like get on in your area, get on your your Facebook.
Carrie,
app.
I've done that. My people don't sell their books.
I don't know. I'm young and I'm cute. I can't be meeting people in the parking lot at Target for some books.
Right. But you know what, though? Here's the thing, though. It's not like I feel like there's estate sales you guys could go to where there's like a ton of people there that you can walk in and like it's literally like an old lady's collection. And I feel bad saying that, but it's like literally like she's got 1,000 romance books and it's like nobody wants them.
I like living in Carrie's dream.
I know, right?
No, I'm not kidding.
1,000 historical romances, Carrie. That is insane. That is like the deal of this century.
Nobody's ever going to get that again.
No, true story. Like I rolled up to her house and the boxes were like all over the driveway. And I looked at the first box and I was like, sold. Like, let's just.
What did she say? Like, what was like? Did she say that she like her daughter collected them? She collected them?
No, it was her mother. And it was pre-COVID. So it was COVID time. It was COVID. So I'm like, but it was like the beginning of COVID. So it was like she wasn't having garage sales. She didn't know what to do with them, you know? So it was like back in August. And it was literally like I wasn't going to garage sales or anything because I didn't know. But I figured it was just her and myself. So I went to go check it out with my husband because I'm not crazy. And literally because I safety first.
That's what I mean.
And like she's like, you're gonna need to bring 2 cars. And I'm like, no way I'm gonna need, and no joke, it took 2 cars. And
if only she knew the gold mine that she was sitting on, because Carrie's got some exclusive covers in her.
Oh, it's not.
If she had any clue what they go for and how badly we hunt those down.
Yeah. It is nuts. I got my S's already filmed and I have not put those up yet. Sorry guys, whoever watches my unboxings, I'm sitting on an S video that I need to get out. I'm sorry. I have not opened the T's or W's. So just to let you know,
yeah, I know.
Over there, and I've not looked through them yet. Jessica's like, how have you not looked through them yet? I have nowhere to put them. Like literally, I am running out of room of where to put these things.
Where are they? Are they in your garage or something?
So, okay, literally we are in my garage right now, just to let you know, like this whole setup is in my garage. We actually decked out my garage, which I'm not going to show you guys because it is a mess. But
we'll just film it and put them back in the box. But I know to see, Carrie.
I know. I need to film it. I'm sorry. I need to film it. Plus, I want to show you guys a bookshelf tour because unfortunately for me, like during this quarantine, I feel like I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. We have to move. Like we're like in the process of putting my house up for sale. I have to move. Like it's not that I want to. It's not that it's like a have to situation. So since I have to move, like I need to film my bookshelves before we end up like packing everything up and moving to our next destination. So yeah, so I don't like telling a lot about my personal life, but yeah, we're having to move. So that's sad.
Thanks.
Yeah. Especially during this time. Like if I could have picked any other time to move, I totally would have, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. All you gotta do is Lysol the hell out of wherever you're going.
Right?
Like that, yeah.
Right. I'm just gonna pack up my stuff and like exit the house and be like, move whatever you guys can. Like I just don't want to be around you when you move.
It'll be good. Listen, to make you laugh, all right? So Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life, I don't know if she's still here anymore. I think she might have gone off, but she posted this and I just thought it was really funny. So she said this made her laugh till she cried. Somebody posted, can't stop thinking about that Viscount who got married because he was scared a bee was going to kill the woman it was going to kill a woman. So he sucked her titty to save her life.
See?
I thought that was
what I love about historicals. You just get the best storylines.
The best. The best.
All right, guys. I think we had a good night. I think we had a couple of fun little topics. It's getting late.
Right?
We'll wrap it up.
We could talk forever. I feel like that's our life.
That was awesome. I love that post. That was great. So I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Samantha, for joining us. I know we get a little windy, but I hope you had fun.
Don't forget about Justin and me Friday for the Great Mariana Zapata debate on Justin's channel because we are going to debate this up.
Super excited for it. That's awesome.
Sorry.
And if you don't already follow Samantha on YouTube, you should because her videos are just fun. And her makeup is flawless.
Oh my God.
Her all the time.
Girl, makeup tutorial. Where is it at?
No. Not happening.
Why not? Like, girl, you are like your makeup is bomb. I need help.
Thank you for joining us, though.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun to do a live. Like I said, I never do these, so there's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, we hope we didn't scare you too much.
Yeah.
You're good, but I need follow-ups on the cozy mysteries and the menage romances.
Yes. So we'll have you pick them, and then like
maybe you can do like a post, like top 5 mysteries Carrie should read, and
Carrie should read top 5 cozy mysteries.
No, other way.
And after they read them, we'll have you back on so we can interview the both of them.
Yes.
Okay.
I like the top 5 cozy mysteries Carrie should read. I like that.
No. And we need to find the dirtiest, the top 5 dirtiest.
Oh, that's right. Top 5 cozy mysteries Alicia should read.
Yeah.
I'll pick one. Just one. One. You do the top 5, and then I'll pick the one, and then Carrie has to read all 5.
No way. I literally I'm gonna see what Justin has too, because I know she's hiding. She's hiding the good ones. Like
romances are usually novellas, so they're shorter. So 5 adds up to like 2 cozy mysteries.
I'm gonna go with like the one.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.